All right, and we are back at it. We are continuing our build of the brand new Gringotts Wizarding Bank. So you can see that we have some of the subterranean level done here. Of course, that's a big part of this set is the subterranean level. A lot of cool like cave build stuff going on with this. We are up to 3 minifigs. I think that's supposed to be Grip Hook right there. And then we have Harry Potter and Hermione as she is disguised as Bellatrix Lestrange using the Polyjuice Potion. So, time to get started on bag number 7. During this live stream, my goal, or at least hopefully, is that we will actually complete all of the subterranean, underground, inner workings of Gringotts. So that should be really fun. Looking forward to it. Then pulled to the side here. We'll open our small bag. And with that light blue, that probably means that there will still be some suggestion of water in this part of the build. So, okay, with 3 distinct little bags here, different sizes of pieces, looks like we're ready to roll on bag number 8. We're going to start by getting Ron in his Slytherin disguise here for when he goes to Gringotts in the Deathly Hallows. If you remember, Ron doesn't actually change his face via magic. It's more like he gets long hair and a beard. So his facial features are just rearranged a little, I guess. And it's just Ron with a beard and long hair. But apparently, you know, the Dark Wizards just couldn't figure out it was Ron. So here he is. He does include, looks like, a little brown wand of some sort. A bit of a variation so that Harry and Hermione have their black ones. And if we turn this around, you can see same sort of deal as Hermione, that it has kind of the magical sparkles, I think it's supposed to be, or something, or water, I guess. And yeah, we have Ron sans beard, and he also includes an alternate hairpiece, so you can get him to just be regular old Ron in that scene. So yeah, now that I have them all together here, I'm definitely going to switch them back to Ron and Hermione, just because, you know, to have them with Harry, I think it would be more fitting. There we go. Ron's looking pretty dapper there with his nice little swoosh of hair. Give Hermione back her decency. You can see she has the water on her face as well. Whoop, I gave her Ron's hair. Nope, it's the Hermione hairpiece here, yep. So now you can have all 3 together in their attire for the scene when they go to Gringotts. So I like that. It's definitely a cool kind of different way to have the 3 principals there, and I'm glad to have it. All right, let's get into the build here. So I'm going to kind of lay this to the side because I don't think I need it just yet. I think it'll just be, you know, construction on other stuff for a little while, but I'm sure it'll come back into play soon enough. I think I'm going to be making like more wings on here. Should be interesting. Let's see. There we go. probably a really good thing that I live so far from a Lego store, because I have a feeling that if I had constant access, that I would constantly just be buying Lego sets. Not that that would necessarily be a bad thing, I just think that it would be difficult to get them all built and kind of keep up with it. But I don't know. I'd still sure like to have one a little closer, because right now access is pretty limited in my area. I think there's some states that don't even have a Lego store, which I know that the Lego Shop at Home, as AFOLs call it, fans call it. I know that that takes the place of a lot of that, but nobody wants to have to wait. Instant gratification is still worth something, in my opinion. You can see we, I think, have a little coin here, perhaps, from Gringotts. People leaving their money laying around. All right, so that was bag number 7. Looks like we are on to number 8. Bag number 7 looks like it was largely about just kind of finishing out some structural stuff for this section. So we'll see what bag 8 does for it. Have a feeding schedule down here. Looks like we're doing another one of those stoplight things with the mine carts under Gringotts. And once again, it's going to be controlled by this gear right here. Well, let's see. Okay. Trying to put it through the wrong slot. There we go. Now we got some motion. Okay, put one cog beside the other, and then you've got your feature working now. Pretty cool. Simple but effective. I think I need to place it again. Yeah, that's true. I think they want it in like a neutral position. Yeah, like that. Nice. I'm never fail to be completely fascinated by all like the gears and things that turn, especially in Technic builds. Not that I'm really a Technic builder exactly, but Technic's kind of infiltrated most big builds, it seems like, and just regular system stuff. There we go. A rare little bit of grime here for the Lego group on a piece. I don't know, something weird in the factory, just a little bit of black speckling right there on the little back of the stop sign. Interesting. Okay, got that. I imagine a lot of this is going to start coming together pretty quickly for the subterranean stuff because, I mean, after this, there's just a couple more bags and then it's done. So I imagine we're going to start seeing it come together really fast. There we go. And of course, this is supposed to be hidden because it's just a place for the big rock piece to hook on to. I love these big rock pieces. They do a good job of kind of disguising that it's even Lego, really. Okay, a couple of wing pieces, and that builds it out. Beautiful. All right, so it looks like we're traveling up in the world a little bit. That's where a tripod comes in handy. those big rock pieces. Apparently that just goes on the side here. So they're doing everything they can to kind of hide the smooth parts too, which is really impressive. Nothing was left to chance. It's awesome. There we go. Now we can travel back down to the bottom for a minute. Looks like this bag is just about through. I better get a little higher or else you'll just see my hand and that's it. For as entertaining as that would be, I'm sure for everyone, I'll spare you. All right, hopefully you can hear me. I had a call I had to take. Sometimes that can ruin the audio and sometimes it's all right. That time I tried muting it, unmuting it, whatever I have to do to keep it receiving audio. But who knows, at this point it seems like a guessing game. It's going to be so weird for in the same build to go from building all this subterranean kind of cave stuff to building this, you know, ancient bank. I mean, it's just going to be strange. I think that's kind of the magic of Gringotts' location, though. I know that's what really hooked me about it when I was a kid. It really did feel like these two worlds kind of melded together. And again, that modular deal where you kind of put the floors in. That's so cool. All right, we are going back up to the top. There it is. And this time we are beautifying the back a little bit because it is, you know, anti-studs city. There we go. Another one. So at least they do somewhat of a little bit of a cleanup back there, and they don't just leave it completely barren. I think that would be a shame if they did, especially on a set of this price. They're not taking things like that for granted. Misplaced this one. There we go. That looks better. We have a little kind of cap off right there. We're just going to make a little facade. There we go. And this should plug in. Yeah, just making sure I had that right. Better safe than sorry. Okay, let's travel back down. There we go. And again, looks like we're just kind of creating a little visual variety for the bottom here. I'm just capping off some of this. We are adding a rake, pitchfork, I guess, and a chain. Yeah, things didn't go well down here. You can see that Lester, we're going to name him Lester, he didn't have a good time. I caught him trying to steal. All right, here we go. I have a little note here of the lore. Goblins had the Ukrainian iron-bellied dragon chained up here before Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, and Hermione Granger freed it in their Gringotts escape, which is a spectacular scene from both the book and the movie for the Deathly Hallows. Really epic stuff when the dragon comes crashing through on Gringotts. Of course, you know the dragon is also in this set, and when we're done building this section, then we go to the dragon. So that should be really fun. And I like all the build-up to Gringotts itself, because even after this, you get kind of a two-bag, like its own kind of build thing of building the dragon. That's, from me looking ahead, that's what it appears to be anyway. So LEGO's always the kings of pace when it comes to this stuff, especially for a long build. The last thing you want is this, you know, complete monotony. And I actually expected the subterranean section to be kind of like that, but it's really mostly escaped that, except for some of the technical, you know, early parts where you're like framing everything up. So yeah, I think that's a good thing. Now, for the side here, we have another kind of cover up going on, because you have these studs, and rather than just leaving it smooth, you have this big rock section, and that does a world of good in covering that up. So you have both sides have some variety and some detail work. But it's just one of those things, with a big set like this, it has the piece count in order to have those kinds of luxuries, and you just don't have that with smaller sets. All right, so this will be an epic moment for the subterranean build here. Apparently, what I'm supposed to do, and I knew this was coming after kind of looking at how it was arranged, is I'm supposed to take this section that we completed earlier in the last videos And then I'm supposed to crisscross it with this section to kind of create the whole support mechanism, I guess. All right, that just won't do. Okay, so a little crisscross action here. Wow. Gee. That is amazing how that all just came together like that. Yeah. Gee. Talk about bringing, you know, the three-dimensional quality to it. That's so cool. It's not something you see every day with a Lego set. It would truly take one of this size and caliber to do something like this. And I think that's what makes it such an amazing experience. Like I'm telling you, I just would have loved it so much to have seen like a Lego Lord of the Rings do something like this for some of their subterranean builds. But, you know, this size of Lego set didn't even properly exist mostly at that time. And then it relies on more than gravity. I almost said gravity. Because you take this and you put it on some Technic pins up top, and that gives it a little more insurance about staying together the right way. Let me get this hooked. There we go. And that creates a real tight seal. You can see it in there, how that seals everything up really nicely and gives it a lot of stability, so it's not as wibbly wobbly. I want to say timey-wimey, but wrong franchise. Okay, so just a few more pieces here. Oh, this is cool. There's this red one, and then you turn this whole assembly over, and on the bottom you do the exact same thing there. So for that, we'll get a low angle. And down here, you can see those pins, and you just line it up. Now that is cool. See, now you have extra stability on both sides, and this thing is solid as a rock, perhaps. I'll get my coat. And just literally a few more pieces for this bag. Very little building left before marching on to that final bag. Okay. No idea what these will support. Maybe these are for the tracks to hook into, possibly, but who knows. Okay, all right, that's all lined up correctly. Looks like we're building another one of those. Like I said, I think it's possible these could be supports for the track system, which come in their own separate bag, as a lot of specialty pieces tend to do. And poor old Lester's head came off down here, so I'm going to have to reposition that. switch to this side for this support piece. Like I said, best guess. I think that's what it is. It's a mystery. There we go. Drop back down. Okay. And it looks like we have a cover up here for this exposed stud work on the side. Nice. Gives it a little bit more of a slick appearance there. Then one more little assembly. This. Oh, you do two of these. Repeat. There we go. And again, the goal is to cover up some of this stud work to make it look more complete, I suppose. There it is. It's a little confusing which side is which. You have to look pretty closely at it. Okay. All right. Looking nice. So two more bags in this part, this whole section anyway, will be done. Very minimal extra pieces in that bag, just a couple of greens and a chain. And friends, I will be back in just a moment, so hang tight. And we are back with probably significantly less quality audio because I had to unplug my microphone to plug in my phone because it was dying. Sorry about that. All right. Oh yeah, new bag, I guess. Bag number 9. Looks like we're going to be building another vault. Now, unless I've misplaced a bag, there's only one bag number 9 in contrast to what we've seen. Because usually there's, several bags that make these numbers up. So that might make it a quicker experience. And I expect it to kind of go about the same way as the previous vault did. I can already see a lot of the same pieces. A lot of good color choices in the Gringotts set. And our little pieces right here. Bits and bobs, bits and bobs. Alrighty. Let's keep it going. Trying to be a little more economical with where I'm putting everything. Myself a little more space to work, maybe. There we go. Okay, start out with this. Oop, wrong kind of piece. There it is. You go a little higher up. It's, again, only thing you'll see is my hand if I keep doing it like that. Now here's a question about Gringotts. Do they have like overdraft fees? I mean, if they're a bank, are there other banks in Hogwarts? Jeez, Hogwarts. Is there other banks in the wizarding world? That's what I meant to say. Like, are they it? Are they like the only game in town? What kind of interest rates do they offer? And J.K. Rowling, when she goes for broke and she writes the complete wizarding history of financial institutions, I guess that's when we'll know. You know, people would still buy it. They really would. Especially the sequel to that book, which would be Magical Money and Where to Find It. From Harry Potter fans. That's where she found hers. Yep, this is another one of those little landings for a vault here. Yeah, it's the floor section, I think. Also, do they have drive-through windows? Are they fly-through windows, perhaps, at Gringotts? Do they have the little tubes, the little carrier tubes you send up in the drive-through? Or fly-through? Do they have those? Do the Gringotts goblins give the kids suckers? Ah. Now I'm all confused. So, oh, okay. I was pointing these the wrong way. And they connect to those studs back there. That makes more sense. I don't know what was happening for a second. What? Lego's kind of maintained this pattern for the last few years where it seems like they separate minifig scale stuff into either it's a play version of it and like a UCS kind of collector's version of it. I think the easiest way to see this is when they did the Lion Guard castle or Lion whatever castle, and then they had the 3-in-1 castle. And then, of course, the other obvious example is Harry Potter itself. You got like the Weasleys joke shop now offered in playset form and also offered in the Diagon Alley set. Which obviously the Diagon Alley set's the more impressive version, but still, I think the playset has its own merits. I saw where there's rumors that there's going to be a new Hagrid's hut. I own the old one. I've never built it, but I'm curious to see if this is an improvement or a downgrade to that original set. If it's an improvement, I would love to just build it. Maybe sell the old one, perhaps. But I don't know. It's not been out for a while. It's been retired for 2 or 3 years, so I think that's, it's pretty reasonable because there's been so many people get into this theme since those days from the Harry Potter brand. I remember when I was a kid and they had, Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban sets. And I really did want to get into those sets then. But it's just so funny to go back and look at them now because, there's several of them, especially some of the castles sets or wings themselves that are still pretty impressive, it's still really fun. But it is amazing to see how far they've come. Just big enough for a minifig. Looks like a little hobbit hole in there. But I suppose that's the wrong fantasy franchise. Maybe that's Warner Brothers' real end game. They want to do a crossover between Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. Oh my gosh. Although I hate to be too mean about that idea, like to me, that would never be a thing I would want to see. But I bet if you had a talented enough writer, you might be able to do something sort of fun. I don't know. I hate to just be completely closed off to the idea. There might be some lighthearted fun to be had from the combining of those two. Especially if it were like in Lego format or animated format. I think you could get away with some of that a little bit better than you could in live action. All right. Just soften out the ridges on here. There we go. One thing I always appreciate is a knowing sensibility in some of these sets where they know what to leave the studs on and what to leave them off of. Because there is a balance in good Lego design work, I think, that you have to have some stud work visible and some covered up, and you have to be careful about which way you go. Too far one way or the other can kind of ruin the aesthetic that you're looking for. Especially when you think about some sets. Well, honestly, I think the only time I ever notice it is when something has studs where I don't think they should be. And that's totally subjective. There's going to be people disagree with that. It's kind of like in the Star Wars helmets that they were doing. They had that Darth Vader one. And I thought it was really jarring to see the amount of studs that they left on that one. And I'm sure to some people it was just fine. But to me, it was strange to see like the smooth part of Vader's helmet and have a bunch of Lego stud work on it. So tastes will vary on that one. Can't get enough of these simple little 3-part lamps right here. These are really fun. Wouldn't you love to see like a Victorian England kind of Lego set, which, you know, some sets in Harry Potter like Diagon Alley and things do have a lot of that flavor, and I think that's one of the things that draw me to those sets. Like, just imagine for a moment a really deeply detailed architecture set that would be for like Batman Gotham by Gaslight, or, you know, the thing where Batman attempts to catch Jack the Ripper. I think that would be so cool. Well, here's a kick in the teeth. Apparently, I was supposed to make 2 of these, and as Lego directions are wont to do, it don't say anything about that until the very end of building that piece. So let's start back over on another. See, I prefer, I'm wrong. It said it right here that it was 2. Yeah, I'm wrong. I just missed it. I always prefer doing them simultaneously. It feels less monotonous that way. It feels less like I've just had to repeat so much, but that's okay. Hopefully I can be a little faster this time, so I can kind of see ahead of the curve a little bit on what this is wanting me to do. Okay, that one. Have I missed a piece? So much for going faster the second time around. I can't find a piece I need. It's always possible they didn't put it in the bag, I guess. Nope. It's still in the bag. What do you know? It happens every now and then. I try to pour those out and be careful about that, but sometimes good old human error gets in the way. Now let's get back on track. Make this happen. Okay. maybe I need some kind of shtick to attract live viewers. Maybe I need to use some kind of insane accent as I build these sets. Let me tell you what, boys, that Harry Potter and his friends, I was getting into trouble and such. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Maybe people would watch just to make fun. Hate views. That's where it's at. Hate views. There's a well-documented history of that on YouTube, actually. People end up making serious money from people just watching their videos to hate on them. Until it becomes like something they're actively encouraging and making like fake content to try to support it. Oh, YouTube. It's like TV, but only you. Which is maybe worse, but hey. There's another landing strip. And we build up the back. The beak. Radio. Ah. There we go. That's a little easier than last time. Maybe I halfway know what I'm doing on these little guys. There we go. And the little archway. Looks like it's gonna pretty much take the entire bag to get these 2 vaults made, so that'll be it for this bag. And then after that, one more, and that'll pretty well complete the subterranea here. Is that a real term people use, subterranea? Seems like there's a indie game called that or something similar. Maybe not exactly that. There we go. And again, just to smooth these parts out. And we have another one of those cool little lantern builds that I'm so fond of. So cute. Okay. Hanger lantern. There we go. Okay, and there's our two vaults. I think the rest of this is supposed to be some of the little treasure racks that make up the interiors. So one of them is just coins. Now, I'm telling you, they do so many Disney Lego sets. Why hasn't there been a Scrooge McDuck vault yet? It has all the gold coins in it. Like, that would be incredible. You take your Scrooge minifig and launch them down into it. I would totally buy that. Because then that could hook into Scrooge's office. And it would be kind of a complicated build to figure out. But, you know, just doing Scrooge's mansion would be so cool. These are mighty neatly stacked coins. Somebody had some real OCD. There we go. It's a nice little illusion. It doesn't look too uniform that way. And you have these little coin pieces that you cap those off with, which is smart. Okay. Helps sell the illusion that they're just stacks of coins. Thank goodness these aren't little stickers or something. At least they still print some things. Gracious, could you imagine? Could you imagine? Okay, let me plug that into one of the vaults. So one of the vaults just filled with coins. What they don't tell you in the Harry Potter universe is they may look gold and fancy, but they're each worth 1 American cent. That's right. It's not all glitz and glamour in the world of Harry Potter. People on that struggle bus. Hustling out there and the wizarding world. Trying to make a dollar and then make that dollar holla. There we go. And this individual has 1 ruby in their vault. But who knows, maybe it's worth more than the 1-cent coins. I mean, that's how it would work in our world, too. Oh, we actually, for the one with the ruby in it here, we do get a sticker. And the one with the coins, we get a sticker, too. Ah, I thought that might have been the deal. Vault 687. Yeah, this is Harry Potter's vault right here. It's accurate to what you see in the film because it's mostly just coins everywhere. In the first movie, when they go and Harry finds out he's loaded. I always wanted them to reveal that the Dursleys were like getting, maybe they do, and I just don't remember it from the books. The Dursleys were getting like a huge amount of financial support to be raising Harry, but that they weren't spending any of the money on him. Oh, okay, got it. 713, that's the Sorcerer's Stone. That's where Hagrid was going. Best enough to mention it to anyone. Sorry. I have to place these pretty close to me. My eyes can't perceive it as well that far off. There we go. That's not bad. Yeah, look pretty good. And then I love how in the booklet they give you the information about the 2 vault numbers, and they have, you know, Spanish and French. All right, so these are actually going to go quite a ways in filling out some of this stuff. All right, so let's see, maybe this way. Sorry, it's a little confusing when you're looking at this. All right. Yeah, this is the angle. Okay. And then there's the 2 Technic pens up there, and you just match those with the holes on the back of the vault. And voila. So there's Harry's vault right there with his loot. And then for the Sorcerer's Stone, right there. I like that. Really gives you the impression that they're on the 2 different levels. Okay, so barreling on to the final bag. Bag number 10. Should be fun. Oh, extra pieces from bag number 9. Nothing to write home about. Although it turns out the Sorcerer's Stone, not quite as rare as we'd been led to believe. Okay. Or should I say the Philosopher's Stone? I swear, sometimes the Brits, they think they invented Harry Potter. Huh. Good old American Harry Potter is American as apple pie and motherhood. As American as Lego. So very American. Well, there's a ton of little pieces in these bags. You can see the other pile right there. And then it tells me to ready the track pieces. So we'll certainly be building the mine cart and all of that. We have another goblin we're building, and this looks like the little guy who holds the signal on the track. He's the one that's signaling the drivers. You can see, man, that's a solemn little face right there. That's rough. He's seen some things, man. I love the little pieces that they have for the goblins' heads. Those are killer, yeah. What a look. Now to just find his tiny whittle legs. Gotta be in here somewhere. Ah. There you are, the smallest ones they make. The hobbit legs right here, yeah. There he is. Put him back there with what I presume to be a grip hook. Then you build his little traffic signal that he holds here. So okay. I love these little mini builds that you get. You have a clear light, a green light, and a red light. Guess he's signaling if the track is out or something. Okay. He has a little handle. I like the dual molding for his sleeves there. That's a really GQ kind of look. This goblin is dressed to the nines, y'all. Yep, now you can signal, keep her buddy safe. Now, yeah, that's a problem. You know, these little legs, you can't get a lot of support, and he can hold it just fine like this, but if you lean that piece forward, it really almost tips him over. So you have to make sure it's kind of up a little bit to keep his weight kind of equaled out a little bit. Keep him back there. Don't be surprised if he falls over, though. Oh, we're making vault doors now, apparently. And we will be making 2 of them, which I actually recognize this time. Last time I tried to blame the instructions. There's one door. And another. There we go. You have the door pieces themselves right here. And they get stickers, actually. Sticker 33. Very atypically shaped sticker. You don't usually see them cut quite in this shape. I'm used to rectangular stickers, I guess, for Lego. And once again, I have to get that a little closer to me so I can actually see the spacing on there. Not quite. Not my best, but it'll do. Good enough. And since I'm building them simultaneously, excuse me, I will sticker the other real quick. Not quite. There we go. Okay. That might have turned out a little bit better than the other, actually. All right. And for both parts, we put them on that side. We add in the back. These are fun little builds, these doors. We add some of the framing. Today on This Old Wizarding Bank. Hey, there's my shtick. I could do every single Lego live stream like I'm the guys from This Old House with their New England accents. Today we're going to be replacing a window. Okay. Okay. Yep, these will seal each of the vaults. I'd say that this bag has a lot of finishing touch kind of stuff on it, aside from the mine cart itself and all of that. There we go. So now we have a little protection. I guess it wouldn't have made any sense for these to have just been setting open. There we go. Nice. Okay. With those placed, looks like we have, oh yeah, the other vault door down here. That's what I thought we'd be doing because there's a lot of vault pieces. Go. Pretty similar to the process we used last time. Again, we have that kind of long oval piece, but this time we're using a slightly different sticker. Sticker number 36. You can see it's cracked open with a neat hollow foil effect there. And again, I will just bring that a little close to me so I can kind of see what I'm doing a little bit better. Nope. Okay. And just like last time, we add the backing and then frame up the door. After this, it looks like there's yet another vault door to do. Okay. Might have goofed up on this and some of the others. Apparently there's a circular piece that I put on the back. And I might have missed that on the others. Let me look. I'm not really sure. I guess it's, yeah, I missed it. I guess that's just there to like keep it together a little bit better, give it a little bit more support perhaps. I don't know. Let me just fix that real quick up here. Can't be missing pieces. Okay. A little protection for the Sorcerer's Stone. And a little bit more for Harry's loot right here. Then we need to add our new door to this vault. Nice. Oh, okay. I was trying to figure this out. Now it makes sense. There's this little hole here, and what you do is you load up 8 silver goblets and 8 gold goblets into that hole, and then when you press in Bellatrix's vault, you get the, how do you pronounce it? The Gemino? I can't remember exactly. Curse, where it like it all falls out and duplicates and all of that. 6, 7, and 8. 1. This is so cool. 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to load in 4 gold ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4 silver. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4 more gold. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now it's completely loaded in. See if I can gouge that in there a little bit better to hide it. There we go. Yeah, and it looks like 8's about the maximum you can get in. So this way, if you get in Bellatrix's vault, and you can kind of simulate that in the movie, where all you have to do is push this. We got to do it once, right? We got to do it once. Floods it. Great effect, great effect. See, though, the one thing I'll say is then it becomes kind of a pain to try to get them all back out. Yeah, that's the one bad part. What a great, simple little mechanism there. Yeah, it's pretty irritating to scoop them all out, but I was surprised that they didn't fly everywhere, which I thought was going to be a major problem. So at least it's manageable. At least it's not like, you know, they fly in random directions or anything. And it's an easy mechanism to reset. All right, I've got my 16 back. And thanks to the magic of no editing, because it's live, we get to load them all in again. So maybe if I do it from this side, it won't be so monotonous. You can at least sort of see what I'm doing. That is a great little feature. I never would have imagined they would have simulated that from the book, the movie, or whatever you want to say. Every time I refer to Harry Potter as a movie, I feel like Prison Mike in The Office. When somebody calls out Prison Mike and they say, Prison Mike, Dementors are from Harry Potter. He says, there's no movies in prison. All right, and everything is set back. So we can close up her vault. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Loved that. All right, we have another vault door, but this one's a little simplified because it's just going to, I think this is more maybe this is more the entrance for the mine cart, or I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be a vault. It's kind of hard to say. Certainly the construction is slightly different than what we've seen before. Okay, this time we have a tan piece that we start out with, not a black piece. But like last time, we do have the elongated, I should say, oval. Oh, okay, the difference here is that it's a vault door with scratches on it, which may be simulating the iron-bellied dragon. Could be, I think. It's kind of hard to align the stickers on these doors because you're putting a black sticker on black plastic. It's kind of difficult to see where the borders of the sticker are, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But when you're a crazy person like me trying to get the stickers just right, it doesn't make a difference because you don't have any contrast. Okay. All right, good enough. And we'll use that tan color. And then frame it out. A little bit here. And So, like I was saying, this is a little different because it doesn't actually go on a vault facing. Instead, you just have to load it up right here on the side, so it's kind of a faux vault, or it's the entrance, you know, that actually comes down to everything. But I think that'll become more clear as we build, perhaps. Because we are going to build that out. I think it's the beginnings, maybe, of the track for the minecart, but I just don't know. Okay. So again, with the modular stuff, I'm going to take this and put these panels on. Then that goes up here. Hooks on. It grip hooks on. Yeah? And like so. Then that goes right beside. Now it looks like we're building maybe the minecart, possibly. At least I think so. Okay. No, I don't know. I guess we're building the beginning of the track, yeah. Yeah, I didn't have a very good look at that when I first started building. Okay. So up here, we just lay this in. Looks like you have the beginnings where we're going to start hooking track pieces in. But hey, this set is nothing without a million different lanterns hanging up, so. Time to build another lantern. Okay. And built the same as the rest. There we go. And this one will actually plug in right here. So it's kind of a lot of, you know, loose ends. It looks like we're doing maybe some more cave pieces. Yeah, we're gonna make 7 of these stalagmites or stalagmites. I don't know how to say it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And so there's plenty of places where it needs these just to kind of complete the cave look to everything. So starting maybe here. Yeah, starting here. And one here. One there. And several right here. This one. And this one. Okay. And we have some on some of the upper levels. Looks like one goes back here. And one goes up there. It's amazing how much that did to kind of bring out the kind of cave-like atmosphere. Yeah, that was really nice little finishing touches there. Then I need 3 more, it looks like. 1. This is a beautification bag, clearly. 2. And 3. This is the Mammoth Cave Lego set. Hey, that would actually be pretty cool. Largest cave system in the world. Okay. Let's see where these go. Looks like one goes up here. And one here. And finally, one down here. Nice. Really gets rid of those, you know, kind of areas that just look like stud passageways. Okay. This, whoop. I'm breaking the cave. There we go. This actually goes right here. Oh, I guess that's the end of the tracks. Like that's the stopper at the end. And if I knew to call it something better than a stopper, I would. All right, a gate? I don't know. Okay, now time to start laying track. This is my life, okay? All right. Looks like I'm gonna need 1 curved piece and 1 straight piece. Yeah. I tore my lantern down. There we go, good as new. Okay, so looks like I'm gonna start connecting it back here. There we go. And then this curve joins up here. And this is gonna be great. I can already, just adding this part is just so incredible to me. Oh yeah, I forgot, anytime you make like a Lego track system, they always have like a connector piece that goes in to try to, I guess, shore it up a little bit. And so that goes at this junction right here. I love how you just spin this thing, you know, and lay it down as you go. Okay, for this, it's gonna be a really windy curve, so it's gonna need 2. It's gonna need 1 here And one here, and one here. And that last connection's a little tricky. Yeah. It amazes me how these can slope up and still connect well. Like, that's so cool. And then we have more of those little joiners here that join those junctions. Okay. Then we follow it up. Whoop. And we follow with the camera too. This time we need 2 more of the curved pieces. Building on up. And this is extensive. Gee. That's the great thing about Lego Track, is it gives a lot of artificial real estate. You know, it may not all be one massive playset, you know, with areas for minifigs to walk on, but when you have track jutting out everywhere, that really adds to the footprint of it. Okay, have those little joiner pieces as we go. And keep spiraling, going a little bit higher. Okay. There we go. There's one. Then we have a couple more of those joiner pieces. And one more section of curved track. And we are done laying track. Look at that. Exciting. There's one. And finally, there's one. Okay, that completes the track, and it is a long and winding road, as the Beatles once said. So, we have some stuff to do at the top, like the tip top of the thing. Yeah, that should be decent enough to see what I'm doing. And for this, it looks like I'm framing this up here. So just to show you, once I take this thing, put one stud and framing around it. So I'm gonna build the other ones off camera real quick, because I don't want to reach up there to show what I'm doing every single time, because I think that would probably just be monotonous. Plus, I don't want to stretch my arm up that far to do it. It's always a lot easier to build close. Okay, I have all those built. And just to show you, these go in these little spots. So that's why I think it's a framing type of thing. Well, because it's going to go in to support whatever the framework is for the Gringotts building itself. At least I think. But that's the joy of it. You just don't know. Okay. All right. Got all that. Now we're going to go back to the bottom. This thing's a roller coaster ride, literally now. We have the tracks. And I foresee me accidentally knocking over. Oh. Look, I can see the future. There we go. Those are easily detached, but you know, it's the kind of thing that never has been easy, locked in any set. So, and we are building some things to put down here. It almost looks like little, oh my, almost looks like little goblets or something. Could they be goblets of fire? I'm supposed to double these up. So that's why I've been repeating the steps. Okay. Well, just lay in the box like that. All right, so this is where I take these little wheel pieces, which are one of those strange little vented bags, and I lay these over some of the gears. All right. Go. Here's one. I guess that's just to cover them up and just make them just a little nicer looking to where it's not so jarring to see these gears, I guess. Which that makes good sense, I think. And then one down here. Pretty much anywhere where you have those beige looking pieces sticking up. What am I supposed to? No, those don't go there. Just making sure. All right, now the minecart. Kind of have their minecart piece, and we're just plugging in some wheels for the track. We have a little seat type of piece, I guess. Yep. Okay. And little toppers for the gray pieces. And some black slopes. Which all does a lot to make this look not so plain. The truth is, I couldn't tell you how the minecart exactly looked in the Harry Potter films. It's been, I mean, I just haven't paid a lot of attention to the design of that particular aspect. So I'll be honest, I couldn't tell you how accurate this is or isn't. Go. We have some little bits and bobs here, little wheels and stuff. And I guess that these are meant to visually look like the wheels on the minecart. And then you have the cheaters under here, which is fine by me. Perfect solution if you want something to look accurate and also be functional. Got no problem there. Oh, okay. Cool. All right, so then they have little gears up here, and that's what you do with, I was trying to figure it out, what to do with all the other gears it came with. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's really nice. This is definitely looking like a one-seater right here. Then you build a big headlight for the front of it. There it is. That just buckles onto the front there, snaps on. Cool. All right, so we will put that on the top. And it'll be ready to roll, literally. Oh yeah, that already feels smooth. Let's see, is there a, okay. Look at that. Quick ride. You would have to literally jump out to get to the vault you wanted. Let's see, so this is the stopper thing back here. So I guess you can kind of lay it like that if you wanted to. You kind of have to have it back a little so that it doesn't just roll on down. Oh, this is interesting. I was wondering if they would address any of this kind of change in design work. This is the design of the vault cart changed between the first and 8th Harry Potter movies. We created an amalgamation of both designs so the fans of Lego Harry Potter can recreate whichever scenes they like. Hey, that's very considerate and really cool. Because of course they kind of mess with things and alter it as they go. All right. That was a very cool experience to get through the vault here. Let's take it all in as its own thing here. It's so big, I have to get it like way back. Let's see, can I? Yeah. Yeah, this is a lot of stuff. Like a lot. Oh, I see. Okay. So if you want the minecart to stop at certain vaults, you literally do have to put the stop sign up, because the stop sign, and I didn't even realize this when I was first doing it, when you turn it, it puts a little stopper in there. You see that? Ah. Oops. And so that stopper kind of nags it right there, unless you let it go like that. So it can literally stop at the vault if it needs to, which is awesome. I love how you can turn this every which way, and there isn't like a bad side to it. You know, there's like one side where you're trying to, where you don't want anybody to see it. This is so cool. Wow. Perhaps the most detailed display base ever made. All right, well, that was definitely fun. There's still so much more to go of this build, and certainly the next 2 bags will be dedicated to that dragon. So I can't wait to see that and check it out. It's going to be a terrific time. But I do thank everybody for watching, whether you're watching live or you watch it later. But anyway, God bless you and yours, and I'll see you on Fanboys Forever. Fanboy out.